Hi there, my name is Showit and this is Finance Central. In this video, I talk about a rule of thumb to follow when you purchase a car. Also, how car salesmen try to trick you into purchasing something that is more than you can afford by playing with the numbers and reducing the monthly payments. But first, please like this video and subscribe to my channel to help me grow on YouTube. If you have recently purchased a car and had a unique experience, please let me know what happened in the comments below. To start off, let us define this rule of thumb. We can pick three numbers. The first one is what percent of your annual income should go toward your car. If you own a car, you will have to spend on car insurance, gas, maintenance, etc. on top of the car payments. One school of thought is not to spend more than 8% of your annual income on your car, which brings the car payments in the range of 12 to 15%. So if you make $75,000 a year in gross income, the calculated monthly payment on your car is going to be about $419. Please keep watching to see how I calculate this. Now, let's look at the second number. This is the number of years in which you should be paying off your car loan. Car loans today can last as long as 6 to 7 years. The slower you pay off your car loan, the smaller the monthly payments will be, but the longer it will be before you can own your car outright. The car is a depreciating asset, and you may have heard people say that as soon as you drive a new car off the lot, it loses about 20% of its value. If you can afford it, it would be best to pay cash for the car you purchased. But if the interest rate is low enough, that is, barely keeping up with inflation, or if you do not have an option but to finance your car, it is best if you finance it for no more than 3 years. The longer the term of your loan, the more you are paying for your car in interest, even though the monthly payments are lowered. Also, you are on the hook longer for making payments, which can be stressful. The third number is the percent of down payment. Always strive to put down as much as you can. At the very least, the down payment should be 20%. Not only will this decrease your loan amount, but also your monthly payments, assuming you keep the car price constant. The sooner you own your car and are not dependent on making payments, the better off you will be. We are talking about a car that you can afford. Maybe once you are past that stage in your life where you are not purchasing a car for your day-to-day commute, but for fun, we can think about purchasing a luxury car. In this case, it will be prudent to buy it in cash because that is the only way to know if you can really afford to buy a car. For your everyday car with a tight budget, you should not go about first falling in love with your car and then trying to justify the purchase. You should work backward from what you can afford in down payment, monthly payments, and loan term to the price of the car. That is when you can choose the exact make and model of the car as you limit yourself to the price range. You may even be able to afford a 3-year-old certified pre-owned or a used car that if you were to purchase it new would have cost you an extra $10,000 to $15,000. Leasing is an option where you can make monthly payments to drive a car for a limited number of miles for 30 to 39 months and then return the car. At the end of the lease, you may be able to purchase the car for its residual value. Leasing again depends on your situation and if it really makes sense for you. If you were to finance your car purchase for 3 years, it might work out in such a way that you can sell or trade in the car for your next purchase. And it can be like you lease the car for 3 years without the anxiety of not crossing the limit on the miles driven. Now let's look at the calculator worksheet to figure out the price range for the car you can afford. In the input page, you have 5 inputs to plug in. Your gross annual income, let's just say it's about $75,000. A percentage of your take-home pay that will go toward your car payment. As mentioned earlier, it should be around 8%. So to be true to that, I'm gonna plug in 8%. The number of years for your financing, I'll plug in 3 years. If you have saved up for a down payment, then you put down that dollar amount here, and I have $5,000 plugged in here. And finally, the interest rate you're getting on your car loan. I'll assume it to be about 3.5%. For calculations, I'm using a table in the effective tax rate tab to calculate your net income. This gives you the freedom to choose an annual income from $0 to $600,000. It has calculated that for $75,000, the effective federal tax rate is 16.39%. The assumption here is that there are no state taxes. To be more accurate, you may want to manually plug in the state tax rate and add it to the effective tax rate at the federal level. Then the monthly payments that you can afford are calculated. Here, that is $418. A total car price is then calculated using all of these inputs. This does not reflect the sticker price, but the final amount after all the additions of fees and taxes that the dealer or the DMV will add on. You can find this calculator Excel file shared at the link in the description below. Please use it before you go to the car dealership or finalize a private party showing. We know how excited we can get to make a large purchase, and I have seen people get exhausted by the negotiation process, with new variables being thrown at you to make you feel like you can afford all those monthly payments. This calculator will help you know what you can afford beforehand and be a weapon in your arsenal to stay firm on the car price. Thank you for watching my videos and sharing them with your friends and family. I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.